On this episode of Breeder of the Pack,
A little bit of this and a little bit of that, and it combines to make the perfect dog.
this breeder has perfected the Golden Doodle
There's a place for mixtures of breeds.
and is now poised to unleash the next great hybrid.
The Bernedoodles are absolutely awesome dogs. I love them.
For Sherry Rupke, dogs aren't just a part of her life, they are her life.
Good puppies. Come on. Juno, come on.
I absolutely love being around them. I would rather be here with my dogs than out with my friends. I have started it young, but it's something that I enjoy. When I'm out doing other things, I just want to be back with the dogs.
Despite her young age, Sherry's built an international reputation for breeding unique canine combinations. Her main claim to fame? The Golden Doodle. It's a cross between two purebred dogs, a golden retriever and a standard poodle.
Golden Doodles are known as a hybrid. They have the loyalty and the affection of a golden retriever, and they have the intelligence and the goofiness of a poodle. This is Dewey, he's a standard poodle, he's dad. This is Ebony, she's an English golden retriever, she's mom, and this is one of their offspring, Tonka.
Mixing two pure breeds to create a hybrid took off in the late 1990s and has stirred up some heated doggy debate.
There are still some people out there that don't agree with it. They say that they get the worst from the golden retriever and the worst from the poodle. That is totally not true, and I can tell you that from breeding purebred golden retrievers versus breeding golden doodles. By far, I see a lot less health issues in the golden doodles. They're going to be around for a long time because they're absolutely amazing, and there's nothing not to like about them.
Sherry currently shares her life with
I have Tonka, and I have Ariel, Atlantis, Lights, Georgie, Charlie, Juno, Monty, Sienna, Aurora. Now I forget which ones I said already. Georgie, if I said that one already, I don't know.
And there's Dominique, a Bernese mountain dog, the latest addition to her hybrid program. Years ago, Sherry created the Bernedoodle, a cross between the Bernese mountain dog and the standard poodle. The Bernese mountain dogs are originally from the Swiss Alps. They were used for herding and were brought to North America in the mid-1920s.
We were the first people to start breeding the Bernedoodles, and they are still pretty rare. They have very similar personalities to the Golden Doodle, and any dog with a similar personality to a Golden Doodle I absolutely love.
Although only 28 years of age, Sherry has been in the breeding business for over a decade.
Sherry basically breathes, eats, and sleeps dogs. She grew up in the barn, I'd say, and we had like a 100-acre farm. So she was living with the animals basically all day. The area that we lived in, there wasn't very many children to play with, so the animals became her best friend.
Everything I did, I wanted to do with animals. I wanted to be a vet growing up, but then at 15, I decided I wanted to be a dog breeder. My parents still encouraged me to go to school because they said you just can't go and be a dog breeder, right? I went to vet tech school in Kingston. Every weekend when my friends were out having fun, I would drive 3 hours all the way home to come back and hang out with my dogs. I know, I love them.
In the last few years, the Doodle's popularity has risen faster than its purebred counterparts. People come from all over the world to get her dogs. Sherry's website has over 1 million hits and counting. And right now, business is at its peak. The Golden Doodle begins their life looking like this. At 7 weeks, they're, well, adorable. And a fully grown doodle looks a little like mom and a little like dad.
This is Tonka. She has a wavy coat, but they come in straight, wavy, and curly. The straighter the coat, the easier it is to take care of. But also the straighter the coat, the more it's gonna shed. I like a square, very well-proportioned dog. I like a nice straight top line. I like to see a nice short muzzle. The eyes should be oval shape, okay, and she should have dark pigmentation. Their body should be a little bit longer than it is taller, and they should have a little bit of shorter legs under a deep body. If you look at her bite, she has very good indentation. She has all her teeth, and she has a nice scissor bite, so that's what we like to see with the bite. Tonka is the perfect build for a Golden Doodle.
Sherry has her hands full because all of her dogs went into heat at the same time.
We had a lot of litters born just the last 2 weeks, so it's pretty busy right now. This is Sophie. She's a golden retriever, and she just had her puppies last night. She has 8 puppies, and they are standard golden doodles. Aramis, one of my poodles, is the father. This is Lights. She's an English golden retriever, and she has 11 puppies, and they were born about 5 days ago. So this is Georgie. She's a mini golden doodle, and she just had puppies last night. She had 6 of them. They're tiny golden doodles. And to get that, you would take a mini poodle and you would cross it with a mini golden doodle. This is Atlantis, and this is Eddie. Eddie is a mini poodle, and Atlantis is an English golden retriever. These puppies are their babies, and these puppies are mini English golden doodles, and they're a couple days old right now.
Soon, a lot of these puppies will be going to their new homes.
In the beginning, when I first started breeding dogs, I definitely got really attached to them. I used to bawl my eyes out when they went home. But now I just see how much joy a new dog will bring into people's lives. So I always remind myself about that, and it helps. It helps when they come to pick them up.
Not all of these puppies are on their way to family homes. A few special ones are destined for a higher purpose. At SwissRidge Kennels, the hybrid dog Golden Doodles are in great demand. In 5 days, 2 litters of 8-week-old puppies will meet their new families. But Sherry Rupke is used to the hard work. It's the life she has chosen.
There's a lot of work involved when you're breeding dogs. In the morning, if we have young puppies, we have to tube feed them. We walk the dogs. We need to groom them, bathe them. We play with the puppies, feed and water the dogs, looking after your clients, taking phone calls, answering emails. So there's a lot of things that go into breeding dogs. I use the photos to put on my website to show the owners their new puppy.
Sherry has chosen to keep one puppy back for a very special purpose. Today, she's giving a Golden Doodle pup to Autism Dog Services.
Go meet your new owners. Donating is important to me because I like to make a difference in people's lives, and I know that the dogs do make a difference.
Hi, Sherry. Wow.
How are you? So being able to donate a dog to a child that needs it, I'll do everything in my ability to do that.
Yeah. You got a nice personality, don't you?
Seems very comfortable.
You're a beauty. Autism Dog Services is a program I started in 2007, and we provide dogs with children on the autism spectrum from ages 3 to 18. There's 1 in 120 children that have autism. So the demand for treatments and programs for the kids is tremendous. And our main focus with the kids is safety, independence, and companionship.
From the time they're pups until 17 months of age, they are trained by Wade before being matched with a prospective family.
No, back down.
And the Golden Doodle's gentle intelligence make them the best dogs for autistic children.
The Golden Doodles, they're really the #1 breeds for service dog work. Sherry really has nice, calm dogs, docile dogs that have lots of willingness and love to share. They crave attention, and they want to work.
One of Sherry's Golden Doodles has made an incredible difference in an autistic girl's life. In 2009, she donated one of her dogs to Gracie, an 11-year-old girl living with autism.
Gracie has a lot of behavioral issues that are associated with her autism, and it was getting really tough to handle them. She's getting bigger and stronger, and it's tough to work with most of the time. And that's a lot of anxiety for a family to deal with, and that takes its toll, and it took its toll on our family.
The Golden Doodle has become Gracie's best friend. His name is Freedom, and that's exactly what he gives her.
I love the Golden Doodle. They're amazing. Poodles are so smart, and Golden Retrievers are so loyal, and they want to work. Come on, Freedom, let's get dressed. So when Freedom puts his jacket on, he wants to work. That's what he wants to do. And he comes towards you running with wagging tail. He just loves it. He puts his jacket, well, he doesn't put his jacket on. We put his jacket on. And then there's a tether that goes from the jacket onto her, and it straps around her waist. So when she's at school, Freedom is attached to her.
With Freedom at her side, Gracie now goes to a regular public school. The dog is trained to stop on command. This prevents Gracie from running off into potentially dangerous situations. Add in the emotional connection she has with the dog, and this 11-year-old can now go out into the big world.
If we didn't have Freedom, it would be bleak. I don't think she would be here. She may be receiving an education in some other form of institutionalized education. She would likely be living in a group home, and she would likely be heavily medicated.
Well, when I first met Gracie, she was very closed off. Now she's up, she's dancing, she's running around. It's like she's a changed person. She's a different person.
That's our superstar right there. I do love Sherry. She's like family for us. She gave us one of the greatest things we could ever have as a family.
And don't wait and take on the work.
All the money in the world isn't going to change who Gracie is. All the money in the world isn't going to make it easier for Grace to go to school or easier for her to go anywhere that she gets to enjoy going. But freedom makes all the difference for her. And that's what she provided for us, and we will be eternally grateful.
And Freedom, but thank you for your help.
Next, Sherry's dogs come to the rescue again, but this time, it's for their fellow dogs. At SwissRidge Kennels, dogs get to run and play. But once every 3 months, one of Sherry's dogs helps other dogs in need.
Good. Hi, Sherry.
Today we came to collect blood from Tonka, one of Sherry's golden doodles.
It's estimated that every day hundreds of dogs across North America need blood for transfusions or trauma recovery.
Transfusions is an everyday thing, and it is too in veterinary medicine. And there's a lot of trauma that goes on. And I think probably one of the biggest things these days is people demand that kind of care for their animals. They're an important part of the family, whether they're just hit by a car, they developed an anemia, they might need blood for something, and they want to save them. And so we want to help save them too.
The blood is now flowing into the bag, and so we just originally start to mix it. We don't want to have any clots in the bag, so we just keep rocking the bag just as they would at Canadian Blood Services.
Yeah, no, she's doing really well. Yeah, if they were all like you, you're a great dog. She's really doing well.
Well, I know here I'm blessed and I have very healthy dogs. And there's so many sick dogs out there that need blood. So my dogs being able to give blood to help other dogs, it just feels amazing.
Our dogs are wonderful. They've always been great donors in our program, and they've saved many lives. All your dogs were wonderful.
Thank you.
In 2 days, 2 litters are going to new homes. But Sherry does not allow people to choose their own dogs.
I used to allow the people to pick their puppy when I first started breeding, and it never worked out. People would come in, they would pick the puppy that ran up to them first, would jump over them, lick them because they think their puppy picked them. I would be sitting back, I'm like, okay, you know what, that's not the right dog for you. You're gonna end up with problems because that's the most dominant puppy of the litter. And sure enough, they would call me, they were having problems with the dog. Ever since I started temperament testing the dog, putting the right puppy with the right family, I've had nothing but success.
For each puppy, Sherry conducts a standardized test created by internationally renowned trainers Jack and Wendy Volhard. It's a series of 12 temperament tests. The puppy will get a final score on a scale of 1 to 6, 1 being the most dominant and 6 being the most submissive. The first test is for dominance.
This basically shows how easy the puppy is going to be to handle. Do they allow you to restrain them? Are they going to flare, or are they comfortable on their back? What are they going to do? And I hold them here for 30 seconds. So this puppy is very good, and she's fine with restraint. Then I'm going to do elevation. So I'm just going to lift up the puppy. So this shows how a puppy is with somebody that's in higher power than her, such as a veterinarian or a groomer, and how they would be with them. And she's very good. In a litter, you will see all different types of personalities. Most of them are middle-of-the-road type puppies, but you get the odd one that's more active, hyper excited, and you get the odd one that's more shy, more laid back.
Having only been in the world for 7 weeks, everything is new and different for puppies. So Sherry sees how they react to different sights, sounds, and objects.
So So she looked, she detected it, and she kind of came and checked it out. So this shows me that a puppy isn't going to be scared of new things, loud objects. They're not going to run the other way every time something makes a loud noise. The next test is sight sensitivity, and this just shows the degree of sensitivity to a moving object. I'm gonna see how she reacts. Does she kind of chase it? Does she run away from it? Is she scared? Does she kind of put her paws on it? And she's pretty curious, so she shows me she's a playful puppy, but she's not overly dominant. She's not going crazy and attacking it, trying to rip it off the pole. And I'm gonna take an umbrella. I'm gonna see, does the puppy move towards it? Is it very curious? Is it scared? Does it run away from it? Or does it try to attack it? Or do they not really even care about it?
Sherry determines that this puppy is calm and playful, and she will make sure that those traits match the needs of the new family.
Overall, her personality is exceptional. So what was her score?
Her score was 3.1.
Okay, so basically that means she's your middle of the road type puppy. 1 is the most dominant, 6 would be your most submissive. For the typical family, I like to see puppies between 3 to 4. So that's what most families would like. So 3.1 is actually the perfect score. So right now I'm just making the final decision about what puppy goes to what person. So this is a really exciting time, the time that everybody's waiting for. They get to find out which puppy they're getting. So I'm just reading through the adoption forms and looking at all the temperament tests and then trying to match the right puppy with the right family.
If that wasn't enough work, Sherry's also concentrating on her latest hybrid. She's the first person on the planet to create a Bernedoodle, a Bernese Mountain Dog poodle cross.
The Bernedoodles are absolutely awesome dogs. I love them. They're very similar to the Golden Doodles. They're goofy, they're fun, they're playful, they're very affectionate, they're great with kids.
Sherry has to be extra careful with each hybrid. She imported a prize Bernese from France, who she hopes will be her latest stud. But first, he must pass his genetic health tests before he can be allowed to produce Bernedoodle pups.
Today we're going to the vet. I'm bringing Dominique Benoit, one of our Bernese Mountain Dogs, to be health cleared. We're getting his hips tested, his elbows tested. So hopefully after he passes, he'll be entered into our breeding program. Hey, Carrie. Hey, Sherry. How are you? Good.
It's a big day for Sherry. She's expanding her hybrid family, and she hopes that Dominique, her Bernese Mountain Dog, will be the new head of the Bernedoodle dynasty.
You can't guarantee by crossing 2 totally opposite breeds that you're going to get a perfect dog. So is someone available to take some blood work? As long as she's done her homework and done her genetic testing, and those are healthy animals to start with, then, you know, there's a place for mixtures of breeds. Matter of fact, if you look back, almost all the breeds that we have now, they started off as being crossed many, many years ago. Okay, Dom.
When I was a child, I said, I always want to be a vet. I want to be like Dr. Donor when I get older. He's like my mentor. I used to volunteer at Beaverton Crossroads, and I saw breeders bring in their dogs, and he would always explain to me how important health clearances were in dogs.
It's always a big, fearful day for a lot of breeders because they've done a lot of work up till now, you know, making sure they've done their homework. They've looked for the best breeding animal they can find, and until we see those x-rays, we can't say for sure he's going to be okay to go. So, moment of truth, right?
Okay, yeah, how did they look?
Actually, they look really good. Based on what I'm seeing here, I'm not concerned about anything. Both elbows look great, and the hip joints looks great, so I think you're good to go.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Dominique gets a clean bill of health by the vet, which means he can now officially get to work on his own Bernedoodle kingdom. But first, Sherry has to say goodbye to her Golden Doodle pups, who have been carefully matched to their new families.
It's really hard seeing my puppies go to their new homes, but I try not to get too attached to them because I see when the people come to pick up their new puppies how happy they are.
Nice to meet you.
Hi, I'm Lauren.
Lauren, nice to meet you.
So in a way, it's bittersweet. I'm sad to see them go, but I know that they're gonna make a new family very happy, and I really like that.
We're here to pick up our puppy, and we're from Washington, D.C.
We know they're good family dogs. We're actually expecting, so we're really excited for a really good family dog.
Oh my goodness! I'm gonna cry. It's so sweet.
It's been a long time planning. Me and my brother have kind of been hoping for a dog since we were about 5 years old, so.
They finally wore us down, and we're all excited about it. We really are.
Hi, little guy.
That's gonna be
Oh.
She's beautiful. Yeah.
Hi.
It's her dog.
It's mine.
I have a dog as well, but she gets this one.
Aw, thank you.
You're welcome.
Hello. You're right, she's so calm.
Yeah, she is calm. She'll be good for your new baby when it comes.
We had a dog previously. Fitz died about 3 years ago, and I don't think I'm a person who's meant to be dogless. I love having a dog, but it's just taken me this long to get used to the idea of not replacing him, but having another companion. So I'm really looking forward to having that, partnership again.
Once more, Sherry's matchmaking abilities have paid off. The enamored families drive off, clutching their new puppies, leaving Sherry to concentrate on the next generation.
Say goodbye to the camera crew.
Thank you very much. You're welcome. Keep me updated. Let me know how he does. Going home with you guys. Making herself comfortable. You guys want another dog? Haven't taught her how to drive yet, so okay.
Great. Okay, come on, Beam. Let's go home.
See you guys.
Bye.
Bye. I absolutely love what I do. I love the Golden Doodles. They're every part of my life. I can't imagine my life without these dogs, so I will do this for the rest of my life.